Okay, one more time. All right, so let's look at the questions. Today's will be on part 2. Look at your, how to eradicate our writing problem and also improve in terms of our writing. So this is the writing that he has submitted to me about this one. Can you read the questions?
You have been asked to write an essay on the importance of sports in maintaining good health. In your essay, you should write about why sports are important, types of sport which are recommended, how to manage studies and sport. Use
All
all
right.
the proof and give reasons for your point of view. Write your essay in 125 to 150 words in an appropriate style.
Yes, all right. Appropriate style means because this is an article writing, write an essay, because you have to, first of all, you have to decide what type of essay you are writing. Writing an essay on the importance of sports in maintaining good health. This kind of essay in part 2 normally is an article writing. So it's an article writing, so you shouldn't write speech, because speech has its speech format. All right. And also here it gives you the 3 directions. So let's look at your work. Telling about why sports are important. You have to, first of all, you need to do some drafting, so when you do writing, do you write a draft here beforehand? Did you write? Do you have that habit of writing the draft?
No.
You need to have, because it will help you to organize your thought. So quickly do a draft, something like you can use the pencil, right? You can quickly use point form, for example, like this one, point, what is it? Like point, hang on. You have this, say for example, like this one, okay, you do it this way, and then the second point, go to this way. Okay, third point, you go to this way, and then suddenly you feel that, hey, this point I should move it up. It's okay, because you already had the idea how to rearrange, reorder the situations. All right, so first point, and then moving on the second point, then you can also do the pointer, like what is the thing you would like to talk about, and then the second point, yeah, like this way. So when you look at it, right, sometimes some ideas are overlapping, you can reorganize it, and you have a better idea of what you want to write and what are the things that has been repeated. Then you can remove, and also what is missing, you can have a quick glance. So use a little bit about like 5 minutes to do organizing, writing the draft, do the drafting, 5 minutes, something like that. Okay, it is very important for this part before you move into the writing. Okay, for this part, do you have any questions? No, right? Okay, so you understand you need to do drafting, very important for any part, whether it's part 2, part 3, you have to, even part 1, short messages or email, you also need to do short doodling or drafting to help you have a clearer idea and understanding where you are heading, your directions of writing. Okay, let's look at your work here. I have already marked your work. Make it smaller here. Oh, where is it? Oh, can you see? Okay, overall, this is the grading that I've given. Okay, the losing marks more on the language and organization. Organization, this all has to do with the cohesive linkers, the use of linkers. And language-wise, is the sentence structure. You have some hanging out sentence, quite a lot of hanging sentence, incomplete sentence, incomplete sentences, and also wrong use of cohesive devices like linkers. The good thing is the content part, you have enough marks. Content, you have good ideas. But the problem is the sentence structure, and also some bit of spelling mistake. Language-wise is the spelling issues and also word choice. Okay, All right, so let's move on to look at the sentence, how we can rectify it, how we can help to improve their situations. Okay, very important things for you. Later, I'll go through one by one to help you to see how you can improve your sentence structure. Okay, now you say sports has become a vital criteria among teenagers in today's era of globalization. Criteria, the meaning of criteria means a particular standard. You are talking about 他 set 什么 standard, like what kind of criteria I need to set for this competition. Okay, if student want to how should we decide whether the person hit the target or not? We set the criteria. Or in the competition, we set criteria. Or in living condition, we set criteria. In study, in learning, we have certain criteria for students. If students are able to meet the criteria, that means the student is able to, they are qualified for certain particular activity or event. So this is called criteria. It means a particular standard. So I put the whole of it. I rephrase everything here. In the era here about globalization, I think it's about the word choice and understanding about the word globalization. Globalization, do you understand the meaning of globalization? What do you understand about globalization?
全球化。
全球化 globalization, if let's say your topic is about like the earth is like a village, you know, it becomes globalization. You talk about the industrialization, you talk about modernization. If you are talking about how industry affect all over the world, how pandemic affect all over the world, how the world was being influenced by certain era, you can use globalization. But here you are talking about sports. I'm not too sure how, if you are talking about the sports is taking the digital sport is taking this generation, taking the internet by storm, then you can use globalization. You're talking about everyone is crazy about digital sports, about online sports, gaming. They are no longer having the physical sports kind of things. Then you can use the word globalization. It depends on where you are heading, where you're leading. I'm not saying that globalization is wrong, but we need to know what do you want to bring out from your content. So after reading your content, I think your content is more on talking about how doing sports can benefit our health. So it's not so much about globalization. So I change it to something else. I rephrase the whole sentence. Can you read this sentence?
Sport play a vital role in the society and has a significant impact on teen well-being in today's digital era.
Okay, there's no full stop here. There's no full stop here. In today's digital era. Digital era, the reason I put digital era is because I have a reason to put there. Eventually, I need to mention about people are sitting there more than doing sports or doing a physical sports. So digital era is a lot of people has a lot more time spent on screen time than doing the physical sport. That's why I put digital era here. Okay, now I replace criteria to role. Role, this one pronounced as role. Role 就是它的角色，很重要的角色，扮演一个重要角色在这个 society 里面。Significant important impact on teen well-being 就是年轻人的整个的well-being 就是他们的健康的状态。In today's digital era, so I rephrase the whole thing. So here, next one, our Prime Minister has urged all the Malaysian. I would rather say our Prime Minister urged, because if you use has, right, it's not that wrong, but you're talking about, because if you use has, right, it has to do like a certain period of time and then there's a certain effect. It's not that wrong, but I would prefer to use past tense here. Our Prime Minister urged all the Malaysians to adopt sports as part and parcel. This is good. I love this one. Part and parcel. Part and parcel you understand the meaning, right? Part and parcel is an essential part. I think part and parcel is a good term, idiom. Part and parcel is an essential part, okay, of our life. Very good. Of part and parcel of, I change it their modern living, because you see the whole sentence, right? Of their modern living to leading a healthy life. Because you have two here. You already have 1, 2 here, right? And you have another 2. So that means your sentence is like you strung everything together. Hanging sentence, incomplete sentence, but you put two incomplete sentences together. So it makes the sentence hard to, you have to divide the sentence. You need to divide it because you cannot have 2 and 2 here. Yeah. All the Malaysians to adopt sports as part and parcel of, I'll change it, of leading a healthy lifestyle as part and parcel, because you are talking as this one, because this as referring to adopt sports, because as part and parcels of leading a healthy, as part and parcels of leading a healthy lifestyle, as important part of leading a healthy lifestyle. So I remove here. And then to lead a healthy life, you have to adopt, to lead. You cannot have two times here. No, so we remove 1. Okay. So until here, however, in a recent article published in the, why recent article? In this article, right? How about say recent study? Because this study will be, they understand the format of studies. It will become an article. Recent study, it means is an article. Study is an article format. Okay, in a recent study, because you are talking about, they do a survey, right? So instead of saying article, I just use another word is better. In a recent study published in the Star. And then what is missing? There's missing idea here. These are the importance. This one supposedly to be CE. This one is CE. You need to use a noun. These are the importance of. Because you're using of in front, before of, right? It has to be a noun. 一定是一个 noun 的 importance of, because important is an adjective, 不可以用在 of 的前面。In front of, right, it has to be a noun. Importance 是 CE, not TE. Okay, importance of sports. And this, 什么是 this? What is the this? So there's a question mark. So your problem here, you have the omission issue. 有这个漏了字和 idea 的 issue. English writing, a proper English writing, you need to have a full sentence, full ideas. Unless you're very fluent in terms of English, and you know the grammatical rules, you can omit certain part based on certain omission rules. But here, because we are now, it's safer, on the safer side, not to omit too frequent, because you omit not following the omission rules. This is not the right omission rules. So you cannot do it that way. And also you have to clarify what these are. 什么这个 these 是什么？你要讲的是什么？ The study, what is the thing you want to talk about? These are the importance of sports. Can you explain, Chong Yan? And also this one, hang on. Yes.
I just and this refer to 下面的那个 part.
So then you can say you need to put a full stop. But then your front, right? Your idea is incomplete also because you put a comma here. Did you see my mouse that is moving here? 这个 mouse 在 move 这边，是这个 idea is not complete. You have something, but you didn't say out. The study show what is the study about? You need to mention. Okay, and also here, however, the linker. However, is a contrary idea. Contrary 是相反的 idea. Why do you use however? Are you referring to a situation, an opposite situation? 你是讲反过来的 situation 吗？ In what way? 什么？你怎样讲？If you are talking about opposite situation, that means Prime Minister 讲的这个东西 is important of leading a healthy lifestyle, right? Sports, right? Then this study, they give you an opposite idea, meaning sports is not something, is not doing a good, is not good for our health because you are using however. You understand what I mean? So it's not the right linker to use here. I would rather not use any linker here because you're talking about this one, then you flow directly. You just say in a recent study published in the Star, and you need to have a sentence talking about what type of conclusion come about. And then you can put a full stop. You can say below you can say, you don't need to say because you already directly write, right? So you don't have to tell, but it is redundant, you can say below are because you have to make sure you answer the question. Here it says that why sports are important. Below, you can say below are the list of reasons why doing sports are important. You can like this. Okay, you can use this one instead, but I think it's redundant. Okay, you can say below are the list of reasons why doing sports are important. You can, it's okay. Because you say these are the importance of sport. What 什么的 these? No, 不能够这样子用，这个是不可以了的，要直接下来。Okay, so 这个I don't use this linker here. So next one, first and foremost, okay, one linker is correctly used. Okay, linker 是在 organization 的分那边。Okay, 如果错很多，其实是错很多的。To sum up, 你有2个对，还有3个对， so I give you 3. Some teacher they give 2, but because you have more linkers, still okay, still manage to go up to 3. Here, first and foremost, sports may lead us make good use. You have 2 words here. 这边一个 verb, and this one another verb again. Your verb, 2个 verb 排在一起. If you want to use 2 words, right, you have to have gerund. But here you cannot use 2 gerund here because verb plus words only in a what do you call participle situation. Gerund, you use in gerund way of writing it. But now you say may lead us make good. You cannot have this one because lead is already a verb. Make good also a verb. Sport may lead us. The idea is not right. So I change it. Sports provides us the opportunity to make good use. Provide is a verb. After that, give the reason. What kind of opportunity? It give us more idea, the predicate about what kind of opportunity it provides. Provides us the opportunity to make good use of our time. Okay, so I just cross out if you have double slash, 你很危险 because double slash, it means this sentence can break up into 2 or some problematic sentence here. You cannot have 2 words used in this way in a sentence. Okay, next, because you use instead of, right, you put, because sports, right, let's say you don't have the full stop here, right? Just a minute, I answer my parents' call. Hang on. All right. So this one without, if let's say at the beginning you say that sport may lead us make good use of time instead of just playing online games. Because the sports, right? Sports is not human being. They cannot play online games itself. You have something missing here. You don't have a subject here because your subject is sport, because everything you read out the whole sentence, right? the whole sentence, your subject is sports. So you say sports because instead of you are still linking to the first sentence, right? Sports here. Let me show you this one. This one is the subject. If you, let's say you don't put a full stop here, this one instead of, you are still talking about the sport, you know. The sports just playing online games. No, the sports cannot play online games or being watching. The sports cannot do that. It can't do that. Only human being can. So I have to put a full stop. I break it up. Your sentence need to be broken up into two. Put a full stop here, because this one become you strung up all the ideas into one sentence. It becomes distorted sentence. So I break it up. Instead of playing online games or binge watching, because you are using ing here, you have to be consistent. Ing also, because you have or here, you have to be and or. With the linkers of and or, the front, the verb has to be ing, the same. You have to be consistent. Instead of playing online games or binge watching during the leisure time, this we is referring to this one. Then you have a subject appear, then it's correct. Okay, so that's why I put a full stop here, break it up. I put a comma, you have a comma here. We can invite, better to use invite instead of date. Date, you have a special date with someone. Okay, you can use date. I prefer to use invite. We can invite friends. We can invite friends which is referring to material or thing or inhuman things. Because if friends, you need to use who. Who is a relative pronoun referring to human being. Who have similar interests to play sports together with us. You can have with us here. With us. And with us here. Let me make it smaller here. Oh, here I write down. Yeah, playing sports together with us. All right, where am I? Okay, here. All right. And then such as badminton, basketball, and ping pong. What is such as? Because you are talking about we, right? We invite friends to play sports with us, together with us, right? You are still talking about we. We are, 这个 we 是 the subject. This we is not badminton, is not basketball, is not ping pong. So you have a missing idea here. A lot of omission here. You need to have a full sentence to complete the idea. Because the subject, because for English writing, right, it is very important to know what is a subject, what is a verb, what is an object. Here in this sentence, we is a subject. You are still talking about we, you know. So, and then suddenly your we becomes sports. So that means you have some ideas missing here. So how to make the idea complete here, such as badminton. Okay, the sports that we can play, some of the sports that we can play are badminton, basketball, and ping pong. You can say something like that. Rather than using such as, you say some of the sports where we can play are badminton, basketball, and ping pong. Okay, or you can say we can play those sports that we can play, such as this are healthy to easy play for many of us, and affordable is an affordable sports for all of us. Sports such as, you can say sports such as this. Okay, sports. Put something put here. Sports such as badminton, basketball, and ping pong. Okay, then add on idea. Good. Affordable, easy sports. Ray may see the whole passage. Are you able to see? Easy sports for many. Easy sports for teens. affordable because these are not expensive, right? Ping pong, affordable sports for teens. And you add on here. This one, put here. Then your sentence is complete. Sports such as, and let me clear up a bit because it's a bit messy here. Okay. Sports such as badminton, basketball, and ping pong are affordable sports for teens. Then your idea is full and complete. All right. So next, moving on. Through doing, it may also expand our social circle. This it is referring to what? Because you're talking about badminton, basketball, and ping pong, so many of things, you are not using it. They, it's supposedly to be they, right? But then you are not just referring to these sports, right? So what about saying through doing sports, we can expand our social circle? You can say expand, but expand is wrong spelling. Supposedly to be EXPAN. So I change it to widen. Widen. This one because cleaner here. Where? Okay. Widen. This one supposedly to be A. Okay, expand or widen. Expand is okay, acceptable. I prefer to use widen our social circle. Good job. I love these words. Very good. Well done. You have vocab here. Nevertheless, so this one you have to need to have a full stop here. Okay, then the sentence is complete. Through doing sport, we can widen our social circle. Full stop. Nevertheless, the correct way of writing is this one. Look at the left side. Nevertheless, split up, never the, and then less separated is wrong. Okay. Can you see, is it clear? Right, this one. Nevertheless, it means in spite of that, even so, although, but the idea of it 就是反过来的意思，意思是不一样的。The meaning of it is opposite. But you are still talking about sports, the benefit of sports, right? Because here your question is types of sports which are recommended. You already mentioned badminton, this, right? But I think you need, there's a missing idea. You need to explain why. Even though the question doesn't ask you to give reason why, I prefer you to add on. Why do you suggest badminton, ping pong, all this? I have already given you one is affordable. And then you can say easy. You can add on the idea. You can say easy is doesn't it they do not put stress on our joints, right? Something like this. The idea, give you the idea. Why do you choose these sports? Okay, but you have the missing idea here. Okay, now you are still talking about this one, types of sports, right? And also you are talking more to the benefits. The benefits of sports, right? So you need to have another additional linkers. Additional linkers is moreover, besides, furthermore, in addition. These are the because if you are listing out something on the same category, because you are still talking about the benefits of sports, right? One is they will widen our social circle, right? And you have friends, you can make use of you can make good use of your time. Your idea are fantastically good. But the problem is the sentence structure, not complete. Your sentence is incomplete. So you have two. Now you are listing out the third one. So you need to use additional addition linkers, not the opposite linkers, not contrary linkers. Nevertheless means 虽然如此，是相反的 opposite. So you have to use moreover or furthermore or besides, in addition or also. Sports can build our body. After can is what? Modal verb, no s. After modal verb, I wrote down here, after modal verbs such as What are those modal words? Can, could, shall, should, may, might, must, will, would. All these are called modal words. After modal words, the word has to be base word, no S. Okay, can build our body's stamina 很好 because they use vocabulary here. And 什么 become fit a speedo. Sports is a subject. Sports cannot become fit a speedo. No, sport 不可以成为 because sports not human being. Fit a speedo, you use you use idiom. This is very good. I like it. But because you are using and, if you are using and, that means your subject is the same. Sports, and also here the sport here is also sport, and the sports can become fit a speedo. Because you use and, right? We can omit sports can, so we can remove sport can. But your subject is not sports, so you have to add a subject, and we can become as fit as speedo. Then it makes sense. You got it? Do you understand what I mean? So you need to make sure who is your subject and the linker you use. Because you use and here, your subject must be the same. Whether you are using and or, your subject is the same. Because sports cannot become as fit as speedo. So you have to have something else. It's human being, right? So, and we can become as fit as speedo. Okay. So it is because during sports, it is because doing sports can burn calories and increase the body's metabolic rate. Okay, now we may also build up self-esteem. What do you mean? How do you build up self-esteem? It's better for you to say, through doing sports, we may also boost our self-esteem. Build up, you can use it another way. Build up, it can be used as, build up means make strong, which is true. But you can say we can build ourselves up through doing sports. You can use, if you want to use build up, then you use this one. The way of using build up is like this. 这个这样子，用这样子。Okay, we can build ourselves up through doing sports. Or you can say we can build our self-esteem up through doing sports. But here, I follow your sentence structure, so I change boost up to build up to boost. Okay, boost means build up. On the other hand, again, another wrong linker. On the other hand, you are talking about the opposite situation. Now you are talking about something not good about the sports. But you are still talking about something good about the sports, right? The sports that I will definitely recommend are the sports that I will definitely. 为什么要用 will? Because will 是将来，你不是将来，你现在也是在。I definitely would recommend. I would recommend instead of will.